There's a story whispered among the sago palms of Papua. In the Korowai world, marriage is not simply the union of two hearts, it is the weaving together of clans, the cementing of alliances, and the guarantee of survival in a forest where every hand counts. A Korowai wife is not merely a companion, she is the firekeeper, the sago pounder, the pig tender, and the life-bearer who ensures that the lineage does not end. She is at once a worker, a mother, and a symbol of her clan's honor. To marry, therefore, is to strike a balance between love, obligation, wealth, and politics, though love is often the smallest piece in the beginning. Korowai man in a high treehouse looking out. It's a chilling one. It speaks of a man who takes a wife, only to discover she is not what she seems. She is a kakwa, a witch, a soul eater from the underworld. This isn't just a spooky campfire tale for the Korowai people. It is a deeply held belief, a fear that can shape a life, a marriage, even a death. In this remote corner of the world, love and fear walk hand in hand. The line between a beloved partner and a dreaded monster can be terrifyingly thin. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How can you build a life with someone when you secretly fear they might be sent to destroy you from within? This belief sets the stage for everything that follows. Marriage isn't simply about two people falling in love. It's not about grand romantic gestures, nor whispered sweet nothings under the moonlight. It is a transaction. It is a strategic alliance. It is a constant, quiet vigilance. To understand Korowai love, you first have to understand their world. Most marriages are arranged by parents, often years before the young man is even ready to build his own treehouse. The negotiation begins with bride price, and here lies the heartbeat of Korowai marital customs. Bride price is not a cold transaction. It is an acknowledgement of the value of a woman's labor and fertility, a recognition of what the groom's family owes to the bride's clan for raising her. The Korowai are a people of the forest. Traditionally, bride price was paid in pigs, beads, bows, arrows, stone axes, and dogs, items that carried immense value in Korowai society. Today, with contact from outsiders, cash and trade goods may enter the mix, but pigs still remain the ultimate currency of marriage. A man without pigs or without kin willing to help him provide them is a man without a future wife. They live deep in the lowland rainforest of southern Papua. For centuries they had little to no contact with the outside world. They are called the treehouse people. When a marriage is agreed upon, it does not happen in a quiet, private exchange. It is a public affair, drawing together multiple clans. The movement of a wife between families is both a celebration and a shift of power. A new wife strengthens the bonds between clans, and her fertility is expected to bring forth children who will tie those clans together for another generation. But the weight of her responsibility is heavy. Their homes are extraordinary feats of engineering, built on stilts, perched in the canopy, sometimes 30 or 40 meters above the ground. She moves into her husband's treehouse, sometimes far from her natal clan, and immediately becomes the engine of the household. From dawn until night, she pounds sago, tends fires, gathers water, roasts grubs, and raises children, while her husband hunts or clears forest for gardens. Her labor literally keeps the elevated home alive. This isn't for the view, yet the Korowai marriage system is not rigid. While arranged marriages dominate, young men and women may sometimes form attachments that bend tradition. It's for protection. A boy who shows determination, who builds his own treehouse, hunts well, and has allies to help him pay bride price, may have more sway in choosing his bride. From floods, polygamy is rare but possible, reserved for men of unusual wealth or prestige. Still, it is more exception than rule, since supporting more than one wife demands a fortune in bride prices and the ability to maintain harmony in the household. From rival clans, from evil spirits on the forest floor at night, their existence is tied to the sago palm. It is their staple food. The trunk is pounded into starchy flour. That flour forms the basis of almost every meal. Men hunt wild boar, men hunt cassowary, women tend gardens, women look after the children. Life follows the rhythms of the jungle. It is a hard life, but the only one they have known. Their community is everything. So how does a Korowai man find a wife? It's rarely a story of love at first sight. Courtship, as we know it, doesn't really exist. Divorce, though uncommon, is not impossible. A wife who feels neglected, mistreated, or overburdened may return to her natal clan, but here comes the thorny part. The bride price must be repaid. This repayment is not a small matter. It can be devastating to a family already stretched thin. Marriages are almost always arranged. Thus, the decision for a woman to leave her husband is never hers alone. It is a negotiation involving families, pigs, and honor. In some cases, disputes over divorce can lead to clan feuds, echoing across generations. They are strategic alliances between clans. Marriage is also wrapped in ritual and taboo. A newly married couple may be forbidden from certain foods or from staying in their in-laws' home until rituals have been completed. If a wife struggles to bear children, suspicions of sorcery may emerge, and both families might seek explanations in the spirit world. A marriage is a way to settle a dispute. Fertility is not just personal, it is communal wealth. The birth of a child strengthens the marriage bond. The failure to produce one can weaken it. A marriage is a way to strengthen ties. Contact with outsiders has altered some of these customs. In government-built villages, civil marriages now occur, overseen by officials who care little for pigs or bride price. A marriage is a way to gain resources. Some Korowai youths, exposed to Christianity or schooling, have begun to question arranged marriages and bride payments, preferring to choose their partners. Yet even in these shifting times, the forest still whispers the old logic. Marriage is less about romance and more about survival. The prospective bride and groom often have little say in the matter. The decision is made by the elders, the men of influence within the clan. They are looking at the bigger picture. Is this union good for the group? Will it bring stability? Will it bring pigs? Pigs are the currency of love here. They are the most valuable possession a Korowai can own. When a man wishes to marry a woman from another clan, a bride price must be paid. This isn't a simple transaction, it is a long, complex negotiation between the two families. The groom's family must offer a payment of pigs. The groom's family must offer shell necklaces. The groom's family must offer other valuable items to the bride's family. How do you say "I love you" when those words don't exist in your vocabulary? For the Korowai, love isn't said, it's done. It's expressed through actions, not declarations. A husband shows his affection by being a good provider. He builds a strong house. He successfully hunts for boar. He makes sure there is always enough sago for the family to eat. His hard work is, in a way, his love letter. It's a testament to his commitment to her well-being and the survival of their children. It's a quiet, practical kind of love. A wife shows her love through her diligence. She works tirelessly to turn the sago pulp into edible flour. It's a back-breaking process. She maintains the family's garden. She gathers firewood. She cares for the children. A well-fed family and a well-kept home are the evidence of her affection. It's a partnership of labor. Each person has a role. Now we return to the darker side of Korowai relationships. The most shocking and controversial aspect of their culture is undoubtedly the belief in kakua. As I mentioned, a kakua is a witch. As I mentioned, a kakua is a soul eater. The Korowai believe that these malevolent beings can disguise themselves as humans, often as a family or a spouse. They are blamed for any unexplained death or misfortune that befalls a clan. If someone dies suddenly from a mysterious illness, the Korowai do not see it as a natural event. They believe a kakua has eaten the person's soul from the inside. This belief has terrifying consequences. Once a person is accused of being a kakua, their fate is sealed. The community will perform a ritual execution, and in the past, this was often followed by cannibalism. This was not done out of hunger. This was not done out of cruelty. It was a form of justice, a way to reclaim the life force that the kakua had stolen. By consuming the body of the witch, they believed they were destroying the evil and restoring balance to the world. Comparing Korowai marriage to Western marriage is like comparing a dugout canoe to a cruise ship. Both are vessels for a journey, but the construction, the purpose, the experience are worlds apart. In the West, we are raised on the ideal of romantic love. We search for a soulmate, a person who completes us. Marriage is seen as the ultimate expression of individual choice and personal happiness. We choose our partners based on love, attraction, shared interests. The decision is ours, and ours alone. The happiness of the couple is the primary goal. For the Korowai, this is a completely alien concept. The individual is subordinate to the group. Marriage is not about self-fulfillment. It is a social and economic contract. It is about the clan's survival. The world of the Korowai is changing. To give or receive a wife in Korowai culture is to shape the future of clans. It is to decide who will build tree houses, who will tend sago, who will guard the next generation. A wife is not just a woman. She is the bridge between families, the keeper of fire, and the promise of tomorrow. Slowly but surely, the outside world is seeping in. Missionaries have arrived, bringing with them new ideas about God-sin marriage. The Indonesian government encourages, and sometimes forces, Korowai to move from their tree houses into settled villages on the ground. Here they have access to schools, basic healthcare, and a market economy. This contact is a double-edged sword. It brings opportunities, but it also threatens to erode their ancient way of life. Young Korowai, who attend school or work in nearby towns, are exposed to completely different ideas about love and relationships. They see Indonesian soap operas on television, they use mobile phones and see images of Western life. Perhaps there is no single answer. Watch out for the next interesting mystery episode about the Korowai tribe.